Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're in Montville, New Jersey. We're doing the update of the total transformation, this exterior project, which is roof, windows, siding. Let's hit the intro. Hey guys, welcome to another remodel. We are in another remodel. Keep watching, keep watching. Should you get board and batten for your home? That's the question, right? That you want to know, should I get it? And I'm going to answer it this way. There are certain homes that are not fit for board and batten or a farmhouse look. If you have a ranch, perfect. You have a split level, yes. But there's a home out there that as much as you want to do it, kind of doesn't work out, and it's an architectural home. And they have different shapes, different roof lines and stuff. And works for them is basically a tongue and groove cedar type of siding. But when you do the siding or you try to change the siding, I would strongly suggest not to do board and batten. Now on this home, and as we're looking at it, you have board and batten on the top, you have James Hardie lap siding on the bottom, and then all the windows we changed. These are all Anderson 400 windows. So these are black on the outside and white on the inside. We also trimmed that as well on the inside. So we took roughly around about 5 or 6 different sessions in sending revisions, right? Because we have Hover, right? Hover 3D, and it's an app. And then we took the picture of the house, and we can kind of show the client how the house may look like. So they didn't have the board and batten on the rear portion of the home, right? They had it on the front portion. And then they decided, you know something, let's kind of break this up a little bit and not have it all board and batten. We'll have board and batten on the top, and then we'll have lap on the lower. Now, logistically speaking, I want to show you guys, we're not done. We had to cut a lot of trees here. We did a lot of free trimming. So the landscaper, we took the landscaper's job. So it was hard for us to kind of work and install siding in this area and the other area as well. So we had to cut these shrubs down, giant shrubs. I say that, right, because if you're thinking about doing siding, right, and we're still in the month of November, and we'll still do siding in December, and people say you still do it in January, February. Sure, as long as it's not 32 degrees, we'll be working outside, right? But if you're thinking fast forward for next year, just think about the whole picture. Will I have to cut some trees? Will I have to cut some shrubs? You know, all these other logistical things. So this portion is a dormer area. This is the master suite up there, and the master suite has a double casement window, right? So they wanted to go with something better, so they went with GAF Timberline Ultra Shingles, right? It has one of the features behind it. It has a dual shadow line. I want you to look at this shadow line. Regular HDZ shingles do not have a dual shadow line. Also, this shingle is definitely heavier. And then also it comes with a 30-year algae resistant on this shingle. So remember, the infinite wind protection on this shingle is 15 years. So it is definitely a better shingle. It is more expensive, but the client wanted something better. So let's talk about the stone. The stone was initially going to be just on about, so the stone was actually going to be roughly from the sill of the window all the way straight down, right? Definitely to the two bay window area, as well as to the garage area as well. We have the natural sill as well to this. Now it looks hot, right, because they have a white home, and it complements, the stone complements the actual siding, and then the window makes everything come out, right? So everything kind of turned because they have the front facade, and I like to call it the Princess Tower, and they said, you know something, we don't want siding on that, we want stone instead. So we priced it out for the stone. Now bear in mind, we've probably been holding on to that stone for about 3 to 4 months, right? So we did everything on this whole front facade. We waited months, and we couldn't have done this job because of the door. So that door came from overseas, and he got a nice steel door, right? It's decorative. The color is bronze. So we couldn't do any siding, any stone, any roofing until that door was installed. So now that that door was installed, we was able to come in and start the job. Now, what is missing on the job, right? Because this is basically an update, and people are like, you know, what's the process? But if you turn around, you're looking at this portion, right, in between the Princess Tower, right, to the right and to the left, and you're missing panels. So James Hardie panels with an easy trim or a Tamlin J channel system. So we're waiting for that to come in. We're still delayed on that, and then we're gonna add the metal roof. So over the bay window area, we're going to add a black metal roof, which will complement the windows, and the black metal roof as well, which is standing seam, and then all the gutters are going to be black. So that's going to cap everything off, and it's going to really look nice, and it's going to, everything comes together. We definitely want to feature this house in one of our future like magazine posts, because this encompasses everything that we do, right? The roof, the windows, the siding, interior trim, the metal roof, also the stonework, right? And then finally the gutters. So we want to definitely feature this home as a total transformation home, because the house before, if you take a second, you can see it before, right here. It's ugly, it was ugly. The question was, is a board and batten siding good for your home? And I would say yes, it would be, except if you have one of those architectural homes that have different slopes and you know, different architectural angles, right? You don't want to use that. You would definitely use like a panel system, or maybe real cedar, tongue and groove cedar, right? But not a board and batten system. Basically, we're going to be done within about 5 to 6 more days. We're still waiting for that Tamlin J channels to come in so we can do these architectural panels. But I wanted to show you, especially for your DIYers, come here real quick. And people said, well, I'm getting panels installed to my system, the James Hardie panel, architectural panels with the Tamlin corners. You gotta fare it out, guys. You gotta fare it out. If you don't fare this out on the panels, what's going to happen is that moisture is going to build up and the panel is going to start to fail. That's why James Hardie requires you to fare this out and put an aluminum flashing behind it, right? So if there's any moisture trapped in here, it can flow right out. So there you have it, guys. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to leave a comment below, to turn on that campanita. Keep watching.